date of Snan Yatra is actually the appearance day of Lord Jagannath in this world, which took place on the Snan Yatra day 153 million years ago. But Lord Jagannath is eternal. He has his own planet in the spiritual sky, just like Lord Krishna does and Lord Narayan. Hare Krishna. What a blessed surprise. So this date of Snan Yatra actually marks the appearance anniversary of Lord Jagannath 153 million years ago. Although he's eternal. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Lord Jagannath as Krishna himself, Shyamasundar. When he first arrived in Jagannath Puri and he saw the deity of Lord Jagannath, he went rushing forward to embrace the deity, to embrace his beloved Shyamasundar. But before he reached the deity, he fainted, collapsed on the floor. He was so attached to Lord Jagannath. So after the Snan Yatra, Lord Jagannath catches a cold from being bathed outdoors. And for 15 days, he goes into seclusion. And Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, nurses him back to health with medicines in the form of fruit juices. And actually during that time, the pujaris make repairs, if necessary, to the transcendental body of Lord Jagannath. Now Lord Chaitanya, who is so attached to Lord Jagannath, he was in the mood, as you know, he was in the mood of Srimati Radharani, so he was ecstatically attached to Lord Krishna in the form of Jagannath. So what was he to do for 15 days when he could not see Lord Jagannath? So he walked by foot for 14 miles to a place called Brahmagiri, which received its name because Lord Brahma installed a deity of Lord Narayan at that place. It's also called Alanath or Alalarnath. Now, in the Jagannath temple, Lord Chaitanya would stand by the Garuda Stamba. And where he would stand and hold the column, there are like fingerprints, not fingerprints, but impressions created by his fingers. And there are also impressions created by his feet. When Lord Chaitanya arrived at Alarnath and saw this four-handed Narayan form, he offered flat obeisances, and the ecstasy from those obeisances created an impression in the stone that is still visible till today. So this is very mysterious. After standing every day near the Garuda Stamba in the Jagannath temple, there were some small impressions of his fingers and feet. And here, his whole body made a deep, it melted the stone. In other words, it melted the stone. And why would that ecstatic manifestation take place in front of this four-handed form of Lord Narayan? So there is a mystery to this. There's a secret to this. And this goes back to Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan when he was present on earth. He had a rasa dance, which I hope everyone knows what a rasa dance is, because it would be a little hard to explain. But it's a divine, ecstatic dance of Krishna and his most beloved devotees and his greatest lovers, the gopis, the cowherd damsels of Vrindavan. So during this Rasa Leela, Krishna really wanted to be alone with his greatest devotee, Srimati Radharani. So he sort of absconded. He snuck away from all the gopis, and he went some distance from them, and he hid in the bushes, big bushes. So when the gopis came, they were also mad in separation looking for Krishna. When the gopis came, they saw this form in the bushes. And Krishna was about to be discovered. So intelligent as he is, because he knew they were going to find him anyway, he came up from the bushes, but he manifested a four-handed form of Lord Narayan. So the gopis were very enthusiastic. They were rushing towards that form, and then they saw, oh, this is not Krishna. It's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan. Oh, Lord Narayan, have you seen Krishna? We're looking for Krishna. That was their only interest, Krishna. So they went on their way. And then Srimati Radharani came, and Krishna again assumed his four-armed form as Narayan. But in the presence of Srimati Radharani, because her love was so powerful, he could not maintain his extra two hands. So he manifested his original two-handed form of Krishna. So this form of Lord Narayan, again we're coming back to why did Lord Chaitanya leave Jagannath Puri after the Snan Yatra when Lord Jagannath was secluded in his quarters and go to Alanath? And why did he exhibit such ecstasy in Alanath that he never even existed in Puri? So the answer is that his seeing that four-handed form of Lord Narayan was like Srimati Radharani's seeing the four-handed form of Krishna at Govardhan, who wasn't really Narayan, but actually Krishna. And the pujaris at that temple in Lalanath, they know the confidential secret that that deity is actually Krishna, although he has four arms. And they worship him with Krishna mantras. So for those 14 days, Lord Chaitanya relishes exchanges of love with Krishna in his four-handed form, who's not really Narayan, but actually Krishna. And then after 2 weeks, Lord Jagannath comes out of seclusion, and what does he do? 2 weeks from now, what happens? Rath Yatra! Jagannath Rath Yatra ki jai. Yes, because just as Lord Jagannath's devotees feel separation from him, he also feels separation from them. And he wants to see them. And so he comes out of seclusion into the Rath Yatra. And Lakshmi Devi, who has been serving Lord Jagannath hand and foot for those 14 days. Of course, I say hand and foot. We don't know exactly. Once once a devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, we're supposed to see the Lord beginning from his lotus feet, but in the case of Lord Jagannath, what do we do? And Srila Prabhupada said, well, whatever you can see, you can meditate on that. So he tells her that he will be going out for a day and he will return. But actually, Lord Jagannath is so eager to reciprocate with his devotees, he doesn't come back after just a day. He actually stays out for 8 days. And that's another story, because Lakshmi Devi manifests a transcendental emotion that resembles jealous anger, called man. And so after 5 days she goes, this is called the Hira Panchami festival, and she demands, that Lord Jagannath should come back. But so now we have the sacred opportunity to bathe Lord Jagannath and Balaram and Subhadra. And this will be the last time we will be able to see them for 2 weeks until next Sunday. So we should drink in their beauty through the holes of our eyes and bathe them and chant and dance in ecstasy. And just wait for that opportune moment in 2 weeks when we will be able to see them at the Rath Yatra. Oh, really? Oh. Okay. Well, since Swavas Prabhu has given me 10 more minutes. Maybe we will open the floor to questions and comments. Yeah. Are there any questions or comments? Yes. Oh, one thing. Excuse me. I just thought of one thing that's very important. So I related what happened once when Lord Chaitanya went to Allahabad, but it was a regular occurrence every year that after the Stanyatra, Lord Jagannath would go into seclusion. And Lord Chaitanya would feel, morose. He would feel transcendental separation from Lord Jagannath. And his devotees from Navadvip, from Bengal, they would come to Jagannath Puri for the Rath Yatra, and then they would spend 4 months with Lord Chaitanya there. So one year when Lord Chaitanya was at Allahabad, the devotees from Bengal arrived. And so the word was sent that he should come to Jagannath Puri because they're there waiting for him. But he was so much in the mood of separation, he didn't want to go back to Jagannath Puri without being able to have darshan of Lord Jagannath. So the devotees very intelligently began kirtan. And in that kirtan, Lord Chaitanya's feelings of separation were mitigated, or he was pacified. And Srila Prabhupada explains in his purport that as we know, but it's a very specific type of application, that the holy names of Krishna are Krishna himself, or in this case, Lord Jagannath. And so by immersing himself in the kirtan of the holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya felt the association of Lord Jagannath. And Srila Prabhupada comments further that whenever devotees feel separation from Krishna or Lord Jagannath, who is Krishna, they can immerse themselves in the chanting of the holy names and feel his presence, experience his association. Okay. Yes, do you still...
Thank you, Maharaj. I just had a question about, because I've been going throughout the Achas for a long time, and I was just wondering why Lord Jagannath and Lord Baladev and Subhadra travel individually, and because so many years, I used to go from one cart to the next cart, and then the next cart, why do they travel individually instead of all together, and they're so transcendentally close?
Because they are the enjoyers and you are not. So they enjoy traveling on 3 separate carts, and they enjoy seeing you make that special effort to go from one cart to the other to chant and dance in front of them. Yes, sir.
Thank thank you, Maharaj, for the wonderful class and the pastime of Lord Jagannath's Snan Yatra. One question I was wondering is, Jagannath is Krishna himself, and his pastimes are with gopis or the queens of Dwaraka. What is the pastime here with Lakshmi Devi? I was just wondering.
Yes, that's a good question. So the Jagannath temple in Nilachal is considered to be a representation of Dwarka. And the Gundicha temple at Sundarachal, which is the destination of the Rath Yatra, is considered a representation of Vrindavan. So Lord Jagannath's mood in the Rath Yatra is that he's leaving Dwarka to go to Vrindavan, to reciprocate with his devotees in Vrindavan. And Lord Chaitanya's mood at the Rath Yatra is of Radharani pulling Krishna back to Vrindavan. The Jagannath temple can represent either Dwarka or Kurukshetra. So it's described in Srimad Bhagavatam that after Krishna and Balaram left Vrindavan and settled in Dwarka, they went to Kurukshetra at the time of a solar eclipse. And at that time, the residents of Vrindavan took the opportunity to go to Kurukshetra to meet Krishna. And the mood of Srimati Radharani was that you are the same Krishna, and I am the same Radha. But instead of the peacocks and chirping of birds and the Yamuna River and Govardhan Hill, there are crowds of people and rattling of chariots, and you're not dressed as a cowherd boy. We're cowherd people. You're not dressed as a cowherd boy with your peacock feather and flute, but you're dressed as like a royal prince, like a military person. So I can't enjoy pastimes with you here like we enjoyed in Vrindavan. So her mood when she met Krishna at Kurukshetra was to take him back to Vrindavan. And so Lord Jagannath's mood when he's pulling the chariot is the mood of Radharani pulling Krishna back to Vrindavan. So there's there's a lot of feelings in this festival. Srila Prabhupada said Rath Yatra is a very feeling festival. So, yeah. So when we, celebrate the Rath Yatra, well, it's good anyway to read about these pastimes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then at the Rath Yatra we can think of these pastimes and those moods, Lord Chaitanya's mood, even Lord Jagannath's mood. And yeah, it'll be a splendid festival. It will be anyway, but even more so. Yes? The Rama in the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra can be Rama, Lord Balaram. It can be Lord Ramachandra. And it can be Krishna, who is Radha Raman. Thank you. Jai Jagannath. You can ask me afterwards.
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhava to me. 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 Jagannath Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhava to me. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhava to me. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhava to me. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Baladev, Jaya Baladev. Jaya Baladev, Subhadra, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath. Jaya Bala, Jaya Subhadra. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Baba to me. 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 Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath. 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 Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Jaya Bala, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Bala, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Bala, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Bala, Jaya Subhadra. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Baba to me. 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 Haribo! Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Baba to me. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Baba to me. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Baba to me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.